The Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC, faced challenges brought about by the Asian financial crisis in the years 2007 to 2011. How did the institution survive? Joyce Balancio, tell us why.
APEC returned in Australia in 2007, where the organization was born in 1989. The leaders' meeting in Sydney centered on the theme, Strengthening Our Community, Building a Sustainable Future. Member economies focused on issues like climate change, energy security, and clean development. The group formulated action plans in response to the effects of climate change. APEC leaders adopted the report in regional economic integration by engaging in bilateral free trade agreements and increasing trade opportunities in the region. A deeper approach on the issue was taken into action during the APEC's meeting in Peru in 2008. With the theme, A New Commitment to the Asia-Pacific Development, APEC leaders approved the implementation of the structural reform, which was seen to be the solution to the global financial and economic crisis. In its APEC declaration in 2008, the member economies expressed their growing concerns over the increasing cost of food and shortage of supplies, especially in developing countries. For this reason, APEC leaders agreed to establish programs and recommendations toward food security within the region. In the same year, APEC pushed for the importance of corporate social responsibility and the fight against corruption. In the 20th APEC meeting in Singapore, member economies centered their talks on how the region would survive the economic crunch that time. APEC leaders targeted to create within 8 months stronger trade policies and systems that would improve the regional populace's quality of life. It led to the beginning of joint meetings among APEC's senior trade and finance officials. Then, APEC launched the Supply Chain Connectivity Framework and Ease of Doing Business Plan to fast-track business operations and to further reduce transaction costs to 25%. The first APEC ministerial meeting on food security held in Japan in 2010 saw the strengthening of poverty alleviation programs in the region as APEC leaders laid plans for a long-term regional growth strategy. APEC leaders recognized that through years of cooperation under the provisions of Bogor Goals, major trade barriers had been eliminated. This resulted to greater investments and more business opportunities. The following year, in 2011, the APEC meeting was held in the United States. One of the priorities of APEC member economies was promoting green growth. The ministers then discussed the possible transition in achieving low-carbon economy among countries. One suggestion was to stop the use of inefficient fossil fuel subsidies that threatens the environment. In the same year, APEC leaders pushed for energy efficiency by identifying alternative ways of sourcing energy supply and at the same time reducing energy intensity by 45%. The set agenda of APEC from year 2007 until 2011 were later on carried over to the succeeding meetings of the organization, some of which until now are still being discussed and developed by our APEC leaders. Joyce Balancio reporting for Y News.